Hey Connection family, it's Victoria coming at you with a couple of yoga sequences to get you going. I'm going to start with a couple of warm-ups and just do a slow flow, and then I'll come back at you with a little Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seat here. Let's breathe in and exhale, getting centered, taking one more breath in and exhale. Eyes are closed, hands meet in Anjaneyasana or prayer, and we'll begin with one Om. Breathing in. Om. Slowly open the eyes. Place the hands centered open. Take one breath in, raise the shoulders up, and exhale, release them. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, press the fingers together, send the palms up to the sky, and exhale, arch the back. So the hands in the back step away from each other. It's a little cat-cow sitting. Inhale, rise up here. You can just go straight up, maybe throw an arch into the back, and exhale, press back out. Inhale here one more time. Exhale, tent the left fingers on the ground, send the right arm over for a nice side stretch. Inhaling here and exhale. Inhale, rise. Press the palms together, clasp the fingers, come up, and let's go one more. Exhale out here in a nice cow, pressing the back in. I'll place sideways so you can see me. And inhale up, and one more. Exhale here. Inhale up, and then let's open the arms, and as we open the arms, we're going to send the right hand down to tent the fingers. Left arm comes over to the side for a nice side stretch. Stay here for one more inhale and exhale. And exhale out. Inhale, press off. Hands come up, press, and let's open them out to this side. Beautiful. Just a couple little rolls in the neck here. Very nice. Good. Now let's come onto all fours on our mat and tabletop. Make sure that we're kind of drawing our fingers in toward the center to take pressure off this part of the wrist and really use the meaty part of the hands to get where you want to be. So I'm going to place my hands here. We're only going to be here for just a minute or so. And I'm going to breathe in, dropping the belly, extending the tailbone long and away from the head as the head and crown reach toward the front of the room. I'm going to exhale, send the belly up just like we did when we were sitting, really letting the head drop heavy. Inhale, I'm going to come back here. I can also take this time to tuck the toes if I want to be here. Exhale, pressing up. We'll do this 2 more times. Just do it on your own, finding your own breath. Here, maybe if you want to roll around a little bit, sending the hips toward the heels instead, I encourage that. Come here and out. Good. Let's press the hips back toward the heels. Maybe widen the knees out for child's pose. If your shoulders don't feel comfortable coming all the way out here, maybe place your hands here and head in the hands for a nice relaxed child's pose. Let's breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, planting the hands on the ground. Press through, coming back up to tabletop. Very nice. Good. And from here, tuck the toes. Send the hands maybe an inch forward and press through to downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out here for a quick moment. Not doing too much. Nice. Well, inhale here, roll out to plank. Tap the knees down, untuck the toes. Let's go back to child's pose. It feels so lovely. Breathing in and exhaling here. Nice. And let's crawl the hands toward the legs and come to stand up on our shins. So we're going to come through, press the right foot into the ground. So we've got a nice 90-degree angle here. And we're going to do what's called Anjaneyasana. So hips are going to face forward and we're going to press through. So really extending, finding space here in this little flow. Arms can come up. And on the exhale, we're going to tuck the back toe, press the hands down, lift the toes up. This is Ardha Hanumanasana, which is a half split or a runner's lunge. I'm going to press through, Maybe the hands will come here to provide me more stability, or my hands will come up to rise in our Anjaneyasana. And then either pressing through on the thigh or sending the hands down here, flexing through that top toe, untucking the back toes, Ardha Hanumanasana. Let's do it one more time. Pressing through, either keeping the hands down on the thighs or coming up. And on the exhale, pressing through, letting the hands really help us. Send those front heel back to Ardha Hanumanasana. Good. Pressing through. You can also use blocks here, but I know not everyone has blocks at home. So I'll show you on the other side what it's like with blocks. But if you don't have blocks at home, then just do what we did on the first side, okay? So I'm going to either grab my leg or I'm just going to bring it back here to the knees. I'm going to switch sides. So I'm going to 90 degrees. If you have blocks, like I said, foot's going to come somewhere around the blocks. You can always adjust, or you don't have to use them. So I'm going to breathe in here, either hands are on my thighs or I'm going to press through the blocks. Pressing down, really letting that left hip release. And then I'm going to use the blocks to press up, allow me to lift my arms up, or I'm going to keep them here and I'm going to press through to lift those front toes and either stay here or bring my hands down, which may be a little more comfortable, into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Press through, grabbing my blocks to allow me to send forward. Sometimes this really helps allow much more freedom and release in that left hip, that psoas muscle. Pressing through here, allowing me to find some stretch in the upper body and balance, Ardha Hanumanasana. Pressing through again, always using the pressure and the grounding in the back toes to help me find this flow. Maybe arms will come up this time. Good, pressing through. I'm going to take my hands back this time a little farther forward. You do what works for you. Maybe sending the left hand front and the right hand back to balance out the body. Pressing through last time here. As I just let the shoulders come up and balance of the arms, thumbs are facing toward the back. Maybe finding a little more arch without totally releasing the chin. I'm just letting my gaze be natural. Hands down, last time into Ardha Hanumanasana. Lifting, as you can see, that heel there, pressing down. Inhale, coming back up, sending the knees down. Taking my hands, one leg at a time, helping me come up and press here. Allowing myself to release into Uttanasana. Just feeling nice and lowered here, hanging out. Grasping opposite elbows, you can see here. Just letting myself hang. Maybe I really want to bend my knees to feel safe. Again, if balance is not your thing, any side of these blocks, if you have them, are a great way to kind of allow the body to still feel safe as we just really release the low back here. Beautiful. I'm going to press into my block, allow myself to rise. Good, and I'm going to come in right now. I'm going to change the root of the camera so you can see me nice and tall here. Okay, good. So now we're going to come into a couple of standing postures. So I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. And I've got my feet at the front of the mat. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bend my knees slightly, and I'm going to send the sits bones back. So the knees will continue to bend a little more as much as I send my hips back and away from them. So I'm coming into child's pose, not arching my back, just following the line of the body, raising the arms up here to sit. And I'm going to breathe in here and exhale. Really sending those thighs, the energy of the thighs really turning inward. And beautiful. From here, I'm going to fold forward. Knees are still staying slightly bent. I'm going to send my foot back into low lunge. And I'm actually going to press up here into a high lunge. So we did chair pose, folding forward, low lunge to high lunge. And then I'm going to swivel down that back foot, placing the weight into the outside, the pinky toe side. And I'm going to open myself up, move myself forward so you can see me, but stay where you are in the mat, into warrior two. So both of my arms are long. My back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. My front foot is perpendicular, toes facing front. From here, I'll release back into peaceful warrior. Breathing in here and exhaling, feeling a beautiful stretch in that front side of the body. Inhale here, exhale, cartwheeling back down to low lunge. And then I'm going to bring the right foot in to meet the left, folding forward. Maybe using my blocks here again to help me find that space. I'm going to set them just over to the front for right now. Press off them, raise up, feeling tall, sitting back again for the other side. Utkatasana, chair pose. Again, sending my buttocks away from my knees so they're in a fight. This is fighting with this, so they're like, we're apart. Really allowing you to find the beautiful space in this pose. Breathing in, exhaling here, folding forward into Uttanasana. And now we're going to send the left foot back, low lunge. Finding space here. I'm tenting my fingers because I don't have super long arms. So that's my best way to keep my knee in a 90-degree angle. Really press into the big toe, pinky, and heel side of my foot. As I'm here, I'm going to rise up, pressing through those back toes, using this thigh muscle to rise up for high lunge. I may need to come in a little bit to find good balance. Shining both of my hips forward, getting a bend in that back knee, just kind of seeing what feels right to me here. And from here, I'm going to face away from you right now. I'm going to swivel down the back foot so that the whole foot is flat and parallel to the back of the mat, and I'm going to open up into Warrior Two. So you can see that my back is reaching. My front knee is going to line up with my second toe on that front foot. Arms are open. I can look, make sure they're lined up. I'm going to flip the front palm, let the back arm come down to rest on my back thigh, and press through to Peaceful Warrior. So from here, I'm going to breathe in and exhale. And breathe in here, and on my next exhale, I'm going to cartwheel the hands around to frame that front foot. I'm going to step the back foot in to meet the front. Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come to heart, heart center. So take one moment here. Acknowledge this beautiful short practice, but that you can do over and over again. You can start from a down dog, walk forward. You can raise the right leg high, step into low lunge, start from there. Bring the left foot to meet it, come into Utkatasana. Just use these poses and find a little bit of creativity in them. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.